0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
What's on Your Mind is brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Monday, the 5th of January, 2026. My name is Andre Paul, and the co-host of the show, to my immediate right, none other than the lovely Keena. Keena, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How you doing?
I'm well. I see you looking all bubbly. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
it's
happy.
Good to see you
happy.
smile again.
Yeah. So, I always have to inquire about our little friend, our mutual friend.
Oh, Snow is being Snow. She hit my phone last night.
She did what?
She hit my phone last night. She was sleeping, and I disturbed her. And I was like, okay, you don't want me to bother you? And she's like, no, just get away.
So she hit the phone?
I actually have it on record.
Well, Snow has it good. Snow has it real good.
She's doing really good, really, really good.
Okay.
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's say good morning to the beautiful Janice Dupal.
Hi, Andre. Good morning. How did you spend your season?
We'll get to that in a second. First of all, let me just let our listeners and viewers know, just in case you didn't know, that Janice is going to be sitting in for Keena. Keena's going on vacation very, very soon. I believe she's going on vacation on the 30th of this month, I believe.
14th.
Andre's giving you an extra day.
Oh, really?
So
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. There goes. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, folks, so she's leaving on the 14th. So Janice Dupal is going to be sitting in for her. And let's hope that Janice's stint with us will not be temporary, but permanent. Yeah, we probably have some plans for her as well.
Sounds
so anyway,
good.
Janice, it's nice seeing you again. How are things with you and your family?
Good. Excellent. I can't complain. I mean, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm breathing. It's 2026. I have to be happy, be thankful, be blessed.
I agree.
And grateful.
I agree. But Janice, again, for the benefit of our listeners and viewers who may not know you, just tell us a little about yourself. I can just say in the interim that Janice and myself, we've worked together.
Yes.
At Radio 100 for
That's
sure.
right.
There for a while, as well as we went walking together for quite a while.
Yes, a number of years.
Yeah, until what happened, Moji? I think until I opened the station.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's
then
when
it started to slow down.
Yeah.
Yes. And then my travels as well. Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a little about
you were
yourself.
Still going on your own. Well, Andre, I mean, I'm married and I have one daughter.
You may just got that out of the way fast.
Yeah, so listeners understand that, You can still send the little chitty chatties, but still, I got a lot of chitty chatties when I first got into radio. So I have to make sure that I say that, yes. And I have one daughter who gave me 2 grands, which I call glam kids. She's married, yes, and I'm into fitness. I love walking. I woke up this morning and made sure I walked.
Where did you go?
Andre want me to say where I walk? No, I'm not going to say that. That's a secret.
But I know you changed the route, so that's
exactly.
why.
I change my route all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So let's just say I walk in the north.
Okay, she walks in the north. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
so
keep
this
that a
morning.
secret.
So how long was that? An
I
hour?
walked 5 miles this morning. Yeah, 5
Wow,
miles.
not
Yeah,
bad,
took in
not
5
bad.
miles, yeah.
Bravo,
Well, that's my
bravo.
minimum, Andre.
Bravo.
I try to make sure I take in 5 miles, and I get very disappointed if I have something to do, and it works out to be less than 5 miles. When I get back home, I'm walking up and down until it reaches 5 miles. I got to clock in the 5 miles because I never know what's going to happen for the rest of the day. You know,
just in case, let me just mention that to Keena. When we did our walking, we did a route there, I think for the Moshi community and so on. We take about 3.5 hours doing that,
Yeah.
What?
Every Saturday.
Yeah, 3.5
What
hours.
time?
From what, 4:30 or was it 5:30?
Andre,
5:30?
from about 6:30.
Well, I mean, that sixth thing, I think that...
That
remember
was early stages.
Right, but
yes.
that changed.
Oh, that's
because they were
long.
complaining about the sun.
That's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to. It was really hot sun.
That's walking.
Yeah.
That was good.
And
Enjoyable.
especially uphill.
Oh my
Yeah.
word.
Uphill.
And
But it's good exercise though.
It's...
Gets your heart pumping and everything. The whole body, and especially if it's uphill. So that's good.
uphill, downhill,
Yeah.
flat. You get everything with that route. It was just a beautiful route. The last time I went with Sharon Montoot. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Sharon.
Yes, we went in November. She had a couple of weeks off, and she called me up, and I said, "Come, I'll take you." And we went. And I was thinking that she was going to be lagging behind, like our good friend Stanley.
Yes.
But no.
I knew there'd been a few people who actually joined the little group, and maybe just once,
Kept
and
up,
they
yes.
and they just quit after that because it's really challenging.
I can imagine.
It's really
I can
challenging.
imagine.
But the first time, it's anything you're doing for the first time, it's going to be challenging.
Especially as it relates to fitness. If you haven't done it in a very, very long time. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. But even if you've been walking, it is challenging. So you just keep up, and we turn around, look for you, and make sure there are no corners where you don't know where we are. But at the end of the day, it's so rewarding.
Okay.
And you see the results. That's
Let me read you something, Janice, because when I saw that, I actually thought of you. A major study suggests that walking 7,000 steps a day, that's a day, not a week, a day, can be enough to boost your brain power and help protect against a range of different diseases. And they mention a whole ton of them there.
Totally agree.
Cancer, dementia, heart disease. 7,000 steps a day.
7,000 steps a day.
If you...
I was even thinking of 10,000, but if they say 7, then that's fine.
Yeah, but say anything below that, maybe 6,000, you can it's kind of all right.
Okay.
But what's 7,000 steps a day? That's a lot.
I agree with the study, though. It's a lot, but still.
But the typical
when you have to
person
weigh the
doesn't get that.
options- Exactly.
7,000 steps a day. The typical
Right.
person.
No.
Unless, of course, you make a
When you say the
considered
typical
effort.
person,
Except
what
if
you mean?
you-
Someone who is not well, or someone who is just not into fitness, not into exercising?
No, what I'm saying, even if you're not into exercising, there's a certain way that you live your life. Maybe your job causes you to walk, right? It depends on what you're doing. So I'm saying the typical person, as you look at our society today, the way life is, most people are confined to desk jobs and this sort of thing. The typical person doesn't get 7,000 steps a day. Almost impossible, actually.
No, it's almost impossible for the typical person.
The typical
So
person,
that is
yeah.
exactly, it brings me back to exactly what I said. If I don't complete what I want, which is 5 miles per day, right? My minimum, I walk up and down at home, whether I use the porch or outside, until I hit my 5.
But that's somebody who's into fitness and who wants to get in on it. But usually people just get up, go into the kitchen, do what they need to do, get in, get ready for work, go to
It's
work,
still
get
miles.
into the vehicle,
It's
and
still
so on.
miles if you're
But
moving.
getting 7,000 steps a day, no, the typical person.
typical
wouldn't.
person.
Nah.
It's still miles.
Because
And if
remember,
they-
we drive
yeah.
a lot. Drive a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just how it is.
Well, that's the same thing that, at the other station, Andre, sitting down every single day and sometimes not being able to go for my walks in the morning. I realized that I was gaining weight, and I was like, no, I got to get back into fitness. And so I had classes online that you know about, and did my classes online, early morning or evenings. And
So all that is part of getting to know Janice. So she's into fitness and this sort of thing. And we know you're also into pageantry.
Pageantry, yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little
I'm
about
into
that.
Pageantry. I have a number of regional pageants, and of course, we've got Miss 758 Talented Teen and also Queen of Grosley, which will be back this year because we didn't organize last year. And just sent a young lady to the Caribbean, Haynes Smith Caribbean Talented Teen. And she placed first runner-up and also won the award for Best Talent. That took place on the 29th of December in St. Kitts. Under Lady J pageants, we've gone in 2017, 2018, 2019, and we won in 2019. And then we haven't been back because of COVID. They've returned in 23 and 24, but I didn't go. I didn't send a delegate. We just sent a delegate in December, and one, came in first runner-up. I don't know how we came in first runner-up because I think we should have won. Part of the contract basically says you must have a Cinderella dress, and the young lady that won, she did not have a Cinderella dress, so I can't wait to see the judging scores because they send that a week or two after the show. So I can't wait to see the judging scores because as far as I know, she didn't win any segments. Okay. The fact that we won a segment, we're already first in one segment. So I want to know at which point. And she did not win the costume, the costume for the first segment, which was the icon segment where we sent our young lady as Dame Sesen.
So, Janice, have you ever participated in any of those competitions as a young lady?
No. As I came into it as a model. I'm sure you remember that, Andrew.
Okay, all right.
As a model,
because I know your daughter was a former
regional and she was first runner-up. Regional. She has 2 regional titles: Talented Teen 2009. And then she won the Caribbean Tourism in 2012, I think, somewhere there. Yeah, but she's taken part in a number of pageants.
Is she still into pageantry?
No.
Okay.
No.
She's into husbandry.
Yeah, probably. But she spends a lot of her time concentrating on work right now.
Okay.
That's
okay. Right.
For her, that's key, apart from the kids and the husband. But she spends a lot of time with her work. Yeah. She's into her work in the hotel industry. I mean, she's part of it. Last year, she was on the national team. I always tell her, without telling you anything, you're following my footsteps because I came through as a model and I didn't take part in any local pageants, but I did do a pageant in Asia and was first runner-up. Very kind of uncomfortable in the beginning because it's all Asians and I'm the only black. Even if skin color, I am not the only black, but we're talking about the race, because the Indians over there are quite dark. That's how you know for sure they're Indians. But it was a good experience because people still screamed and for me, and I was like, hey, people like me, yes,
but Janice, I mean, it's no secret. You look very, very well. I mean, I know you're not a teen.
No.
But you look very well for your age, and
Thank
plus
you
your grandma. I know of quite a few other ladies who are up there in age and they have grandchildren and they look very, very, very well. So your lifestyle definitely it has paid off without a doubt.
Yeah.
And you said something interesting. You said when you took a break from the walking and so on, you began to notice you were putting on weight.
That's right.
So there's definitely,
no matter what else you're doing, if you are not exercising, you will see you've got to move.
You've got to move.
You've got to move.
Yeah,
I
have to agree.
Yeah. So you can, and also,
but Janice,
I think we like to see ourselves we like to see ourselves. We have to love us. And if you look in the mirror and you don't love you, then you have to do something about it. If you love you as being big and beautiful, that's fine, because a lot of big and people are very flexible, and a lot of small people are not flexible or are not healthy. So it's really up to that individual. But I'm talking about myself. I like to be under 155 pounds, or once I pass that, I'm concerned, because my ideal weight for me, what I want to be, always, if I could remain at that, is no more than 145, 147 pounds. I'm 5'11", 5'6", and 5'6" should be somewhere between 137 and 155, somewhere there. So I'm really always in my range, except when I gain.
What advice do you have? As we said earlier, for the typical person, right, who has to juggle family, work, and other commitments, right? We spoke about 7,000 steps a day, and I think we all agree it's almost impossible with today's lifestyle and so on.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, maybe you're retired and you know your children are already gone, and you have a little extra time to burn. But what advice do you have? Because I know you do training and stuff online once upon a time. What advice do you have for people, the typical person who has all these challenges and has to now juggle this thing with going to the gym or going walking? How do they do
Andre,
it?
You know, it varies, because there are people who really don't like to exercise. They just don't like to exercise, even if they know that they should move, but they don't like to exercise. So let's look at these persons who don't like to exercise. So you ask them, do you like to dance? And so you play one or two favorite songs and you really move in the kitchen, whatever it is. It's still a form of exercise. But for those who want to but cannot get the time or don't make the time, because there's a saying, you've got to manage your time no matter how little time you have. And so I suggest first thing in the morning, when you go to brush your teeth, wash your face, or that sort of thing, you can do a little knee up, right? Knees up. That will work not just your legs, but it's going to work your lower abs. Once you use your arms, it's going to work your upper arms, your upper body. So I mean, use your arms, do a little bit of exercise. First thing in the morning, 5 minutes. 10 minutes is still better. It's still better than doing nothing. And then before you go to bed, Andre, something that I do, not every evening, but before I go to bed, I make sure I do alternate knees. It's for the abdominals, because we ate. You know, we may have had dinner or whatever. So before I go to bed, most nights, I make sure I do alternate knees, 20, right? I make sure sometimes I squat as little as 10 or 15. Not every evening, like I said. I don't want to, exaggerate, but I try. And the evenings that I do that, I feel better in the morning.
But I think the basic advice is you have to find something.
You have to find time. 5 minutes is better than no minutes at all.
What you enjoy doing.
Exactly. Put on some music and,
Now, we've often read that exercise is king, diet is queen. So what do you have to say as far as the diet is concerned?
Well, Andre, trust me, the two go together. You can exercise as much as you want and you are not eating properly, your stomach is going to protrude.
And
There's no doubt about it.
What's the properly now? What's the properly?
Well, I mean, Andre, you have to remember your to make sure you stay at maybe a calorie. Let's put it this way. 500 calories is considered 1 pound of fat. So just multiply that. 7 5s is 35. That's 3,500 calories. Try that. Try not to go over that, because once you go over that, then you begin to store fat. And that's how the weight comes on. Simple.
Yeah, boy.
Sounds complicated.
Sounds complicated, but it's not. Seriously. So if you are a big eater, like I say, I love to eat. Andre loves ice cream and cake. I love it too. But what I try to do, Andre, is to add in the exercise. You've got to add in the exercise.
I think adding the exercise works.
Yes, because you got to burn those calories.
Time to do that.
But the thing is that the walking and so on, we have to make sure we do it often enough to burn the calories, because if we're still consuming more, because I may say, well, okay, I exercise. Okay, I do. But the thing is that now I'm eating a lot more calories than I'm actually burning. So that's another problem.
So you will gain weight.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's
one step forward, 2 steps backward.
Do limit. There's a calorie deficit for some individuals,
yes.
And there might be some medical condition that still cause them to gain weight.
It doesn't
necessarily
so these
have
are not
to be
considered. These are not those we're talking about.
Are not living a healthy lifestyle and so on. There are other conditions that would cause someone to put on weight and not be able to lose that weight.
That's right.
Yeah, good point.
So
good point.
So these are the people we're not going to judge or anything, because
that's why we said typical.
The medical,
Typical.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just getting to know Janice a little better, and we know that she's into pageantry and so on. The fitness is really, really important.
And I think that's something that most people try to get into at the start of the new year. You
Oh,
know,
yes.
I want to live a healthier
Yes,
lifestyle.
yes.
I want to lose weight. And mid-year, something goes
Yeah, yes.
awry, and it's like, I hit a snag. I can't continue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to an individual like that, Jay?
I would say that's today. What about tomorrow? I mean, what about tomorrow? You feel that way, and you know, some people start exercising, and for them it's like too hard. So I can't do it, and so they give up. And what we're saying is, don't give up. Slow it down, but don't give up.
Okay.
You know, just slow it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking
That's
about
good
diet,
advice.
let me just let our listeners and viewers know at the Thomas O Bread place today, they have Bax
He's talking
Bouillon.
about bread, and he's talking about diet.
No.
Tomaso bread
Bread place.
Bread.
Today,
bread
today,
place.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They have Bax Bouillon
Max Bouillon.
and Turkey Bouillon.
Nice.
Right.
Nice,
Bouillon,
nice.
bouillon, bouillon.
And
But
you know-
Andre, is the bread that is always the fattening thing, I tell you.
No,
That is one of the things we have to cut down on.
But the thing
we
is,
love
bread,
it as
bread-
Caribbean
let's talk
people.
about bread for a second here. Bread is a staple. I don't know of any culture that doesn't have bread as a staple.
No.
Almost every culture, as far as I know,
Yes.
across the globe, bread, at least for breakfast.
Yeah.
So, since when bread became this almost like an enemy? I mean, how
That's
could
something we
that
pretty
be?
much grew up on, and every single day said bread.
But we had the bread as
surprisingly-
kids.
Surprisingly, we were not putting on weight back then.
Yeah.
Consuming
So what
so much
happened,
bread.
I don't know if we
Let me
want to
see.
put in
What
back. I don't know if we won't put in weight
No, we
on.
won't.
No,
We
we
won't.
weren't.
I think our parents were not. Well, in my case, my mom and dad never told me anything about don't eat too much bread or whatever. But when I realized that for me, bread constipates me, and I had to understand. Well, I had to understand on a daily basis what was causing that, and I realized it is actually bread. But I was obviously much older. I was probably a teenager, well,
At
older,
that point.
maybe 20, when I understood that.
But
Because
do-
I got into exercise,
but
and
don't
that's
you
how I
think-
started understanding.
Don't you think that it could be the lack of fiber, right? For example,
No, I take a lot of fruit,
No,
so I do get my fiber in.
that's true. Fruit does have fiber,
And I drink a lot of water. I
the
love
real
water.
fiber is from the peas and so on. That's where you
I
get the
love peas
fiber
too,
right there.
Andre.
So I'm saying, how are we so sure, right? Because because meat, for example, we consume meat, and meat has very little fiber,
yeah.
right? So to say, well, the bread doesn't have fiber, and that's what constipates us, there's something missing somewhere. And
Andrew,
Keena-
we have to talk
Keena-
about how much bread. I mean,
Hold
we are
on,
typical
hold on.
St.
Keena
Lucians,
made a
how
good
much
point.
bread we were
Right.
eating.
Keena made a good point.
Yes.
We consume bread at least for breakfast and
Yes,
for sure for dinner.
dinner,
That's the reason now one.
Yeah.
7 days a week. That's how it was.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have those issues. So
I did.
I think
I
too,
did.
Andre. I think maybe your body is different than the typical individual.
Yeah.
Because some people would say, okay, I do get constipated when I
Yeah.
do consume bread.
Yes.
Some other persons will say, oh no, it doesn't do me anything because I take in the fiber and I take in the other things. But I think also, Andre, what was happening when we were younger as well, our parents ensured and our grandparents ensured that we had our vegetables
Yes.
as well. And we were very, very active too when we were younger as well. That's something
but
too.
No,
I
but let's
should
be
mention
honest.
as well.
But let's be honest. I hated vegetables as a young boy.
Oh, you
but
did?
but
Yeah.
but I know for sure my grandmother always had the ground provisions.
Yes.
Or the
Something
fruits,
too.
Andre.
So-
We had
well,
fruits
well, that
galore.
too.
I
That
grew
too.
up with a
Yeah.
lot of
Mangoes
fruits.
and so on.
Mangoes,
Right?
apples, all sorts
And we
of things.
walked a lot too then
Well,
too.
that's for sure.
That's something as well.
That's
we
for
did.
sure. And we played a lot.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
played a lot.
So that could have been a contributing factor.
There was no
unlike now.
there was no TV, and if there was television, it was probably one in the household. Now we've got a television in every room,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is making
Yeah.
us
So that
lazy
could
and
be
lazier. So all
many
of that
contributing
contributes
factors too.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we did consume a lot of bread, but we were very active and taking in so many other things, which
Right.
is in healthy portions as well. So that's, and our parents did that yearly clean out.
oh yeah! Oh my goodness!
Yes,
Keena
that's
is remembering
something
that. I
too
tell you.
that we did.
Yeah,
as well.
that
So,
yeah. What they call it, the senna leaves
Because,
and
as
the
I said,
carrots.
you look at the Middle East, for example, bread is a big part of their lifestyle.
roti Shanghai. They
In
actually
the
make
Middle
that
East,
thing. It's
Yeah.
thin.
man, bread galore.
Yeah.
I look even in Gaza where the children are starving and so on. There, when they do eat, it's bread. They have bread, and I see a lot of peas and so on. That goes along with it. So,
So
this
you're
thing
taking
about
in the
this bread
protein.
thing, I don't know, boy. I'm not too
Unless
sure.
if there's something that's being added to the bread or the flour that's different from back in the
Back
day.
then?
Because we
Yeah,
just
yeast.
never know, though.
Well, yeah.
Things
So what
have
I've done,
changed so
I love
much.
bread, but I've actually cut down on bread as I got older and as I understood.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do things for us, like you say, Keena. Do it
Yeah.
for your body.
Yes.
If it works for you, fine, go ahead and eat it. If I feel that is the issue, then I will not, as we call it,
Overconsume.
pig out
Yeah,
on
overconsume.
it. Yeah.
I agree. I
You
agree.
know, I'm not a bread person. I don't know when
love
last
bread.
I consumed
Especially
bread.
the platted bread that we get at Christmas time. I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even at the Tomaso bread place,
think I ate it
that's
too
the
much as a
local.
child.
Do you have it?
Which one?
Janice?
The platted one?
No, the one
No,
at
the
the
Tomaso
Tomaso
bread
bread place. The krill bread.
No,
You don't have-
I
you've never
bought
had
the
it?
last time. Yes, I
Huh?
bought after you told me about it,
Mhm.
because I told you the situation with bread for me.
Right.
But I went to drop my girlfriend who was going back,
Mhm.
and I thought when I passed the place, I thought, so I stopped a little higher up and I made sure I got some loaves,
Mhm.
and I brought some for my daughter and her family, and it was still in the fridge
And
at
it's-
home.
it's
It was still in the
tasty.
fridge at home, but I didn't eat mine yet. And then I asked her, "Have you tasted it?" She said, "Mom, what you mean tasted? The thing finished already."
It's tasty. It's so tasty. Now, interesting thing. Again, as I said, bread is a staple because a lot of the movie stars and celebrities, they stop at that place,
Yeah.
to get their bread.
Yes, yes.
Right? It's like it's part of a tour, for example. They have the tour on the coasters. They just have to stop
There's
there.
something
So
really
people,
special about Tomaso bread places bread. I don't know what's in there.
But I didn't
It's
only get
tasty.
the bread. I tried the
Different, yeah.
when last have you
What
had
is
it?
again?
When last have you had it?
Maybe a few months ago.
Uh,
Yeah, I think when my brother was here in July.
Yeah, on your way.
Yeah, on
to
my
or
way
from,
down, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if it's one, I have when I go in that area there. Even if it's one, it tastes really really good.
The staff were quite friendly, very,
Oh,
very
yeah.
friendly.
That too, for sure. So the bread, you can enjoy Bax Bouillon and Turkey Bouillon. And of course, you can try the CMOS beverages, which are available: coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular CMOS with flax seeds and chia seeds. It's all happening at the Tomaso Bread Place today. Okay, folks. So, how was your Christmas? How was your Christmas, Keena and Janice? Did you guys do anything special, anything different? Exchange of gifts and this sort of thing? Oh, no. Let me
All of
take
that
away
is
exchange.
normal,
Giving,
yeah.
giving gifts.
Oh yeah, I did, but mine was relatively quiet with snow. As usual.
Snow is really special.
Boy,
With snow. She had to put that in there. She had to put that in there. And
don't
for
know.
those who are listening for the first time, snow is actually the little pet. Right? What is snow? What breed is pet? It's snow. It's a dog. Yeah, what breed is
Snow
snow?
is a terrier.
Oh, that's cute. That is
Yeah,
small
she's a
and cute.
terrier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What and strictly white. No other
No,
color.
she's not white.
You're kidding me.
She's
That was
actually
white
tan.
fur.
No. My niece, actually, when I got Snow, I was on a video call with my brother and my niece. And I said to Imani, what should I name the dog? And she's like, Snow. I was like, okay.
and that was it.
Like
was
that.
it.
You
Because
serious?
I didn't want that during another conversation later. She's like, where's Snow? And I'm like,
Right.
Snow, I renamed it. So I just kind of left it as is.
Keena is so nice.
And some people name their dogs some terrible names.
Oh, let me tell you, at home, Andre?
Satan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
They call Satan.
Why?
At home, we named I named the dogs, all of them, except one that we adopted. That one was called Benny because it came in with the name. But all the dogs were named after drinks. Carib, Bacardi,
Really?
Malta.
Really?
Okay,
All our
cool.
dogs were named after drinks.
That's cool.
Brandy, every single one.
That's cool.
It's after a
actually,
drink.
as after a drink.
Yeah. Wow.
single one.
Okay.
And I
So-
just remembered Spot.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about
Yes.
as you were talking.
Yes.
I just didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can say it. I still remember the story, and I heard you some time ago. You were talking about it.
I talk about
And I
it so
thought, Andre
often.
talks about that
So
like it was
often.
yesterday.
He
You know?
remembers everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
talks
certainly
about it
do.
like it was yesterday.
Yeah, so don't cross me.
And Andre, I get you. I get you when it comes to the dog and your parents probably giving the dog away or something. I get you.
My grandfather
Because-
didn't give it away,
What they did?
He just brought it to some place in
Oh,
St.
and left
Lucia.
it.
I don't know where.
They don't know
and he just
where
let
it
it go.
is, yeah.
Yeah, so it became a homeless dog.
Well, that must
After
have
a
been
while.
really far because I remember
It
my
never
mom,
found its way home.
my
I
mom
thought it would find
giving-
its way home.
Yeah,
Never
that,
did.
That had to be very far, Andre. And I'll
Very
tell you
far.
why. My mom did that to a female dog we had. He was Bentley. I remember his name. We loved him, but we were small, so we couldn't really fight anything. And she gave him away. And
You heard what she said? You couldn't protest. That's what she's saying.
No,
Yeah.
You could not
Because you're too
protest.
small. Yeah,
And that's
You could
exactly
just-
what happened.
You could just say why, but that's all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you couldn't
And,
protest.
It was Mondido that the person was living, and he came. It was a she, came all the way from Mondido a couple weeks later, and went straight into the bowl of water, and the dog had lost so much weight.
Oh my! Oh
and
my!
the man came for the dog, right? And we begged my mom not to give the dog away because we felt that he was not treating the dog right. How could the dog have lost so much weight? You know,
Wow.
and you could
Yeah.
tell the dog was hungry and so on. So I always think if you know you are not into the female dogs because you don't want them to mate, either you spade or you just don't take a dog. You just don't take the dog.
Some people just take the dogs. I think when they're younger, they're cute little things.
Yeah.
And it's like by the time they begin to get older, after a while, it's like I don't want you anymore. And
Yeah,
some
well,
people
that's why I
just
like
have them
small
as
dogs.
guard
I like
dogs.
small dogs. I don't
You know,
like
and
big
if you
dogs.
know you're not gonna really take care of a dog, just don't go
agree.
looking for it.
And you remember, it's exactly what I said. What Janice just repeated. I couldn't protest.
No.
I couldn't
Yeah.
say anything, and that was so frustrating.
Yeah,
Right? Because I looked at my grandfather. My grandmother told me what he did.
right.
And I'm looking at him. You could see he was feeling a little embarrassed. You could see a little embarrassed,
Is that
on
right?
but I couldn't say anything. And
So
I
you
wanted,
didn't say why?
no, I couldn't.
Oh, we
boy.
said that.
couldn't
Why?
say it.
Why did
no
you?
No way, boy.
We still love him, her, you know, but we knew why. Because
Well, he
you know,
knew
my
why he
mom didn't
couldn't
want
protest.
anymore.
Yeah, I just
He
couldn't
couldn't.
protest. Yeah, just you know the respect,
You
the
never
fear,
had a dog after.
the fear. No, that was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just too hurtful.
But Andre, now
Too
you can have
dramatic
one.
as well to have.
You can have a little
Oh,
one,
wow.
as
Oh,
small
wow.
as snow.
No, I don't have time for
I
a
don't
dog
know.
right now.
Nah,
Oh,
I
think that's
I have-
perfect
I
company.
have time for girls.
All right, well, we'll call the girls snow.
I got weak.
Oh, it's good to
Oh
hear
my
that.
gosh.
It's good to hear
Oh
that.
my goodness, I'm going to listen. I wish Snow
Andre
was
is once
watching
again
right
human
now.
again. He's got time for the
You
girls.
got time for the girls. You better have time for the
Not
girls,
the
right?
girls. Take out the
Because-
S. The girl. Just
No,
one.
he said girl. What did you say?
Girls.
Oh, you said the S?
Did you?
I thought it was just one.
Of course. I have lots of
No,
friends.
just one.
I have
just
lots of
one.
friends.
Yeah, he's just
A
playing.
special one. You have lots of friends. but
Lots
you
of
have
friends.
special one. And I agree with
All
you.
right.
Special.
So, listen, Father Albert was bemoaning, the lack of interest in all years nights services. He says over the years that the numbers have been dwindling. And he says that, people used to begin the new year with worship and reflection, thanksgiving to God. He even said that many people who probably don't attend church all year round would make sure that they come. And I remember for true, as a young man, I would go to those all years night services. I used to look forward to that. The fact that you up late, which was a thing we're not allowed to do, stay up late.
Yes.
So that's a big deal. So you go there, sit there. Although you don't really hear what's going on, you're sleeping most of the time.
Yeah.
But it just felt there's something really enchanting
really-
about it.
Yes, especially when you get out after midnight because you're not able to do that for the entire year. It's the
Yeah,
first and
exactly.
only time that you can, and you're with your friends, your neighbors, and so on. There's something so different about it. I mean, it brought all the neighbors together. But when you were in church and pretty much you're half asleep, half awake.
Exactly,
around that time,
exactly.
Not really knowing what's going on. But it's not scented. It was our tradition back in the day. But I understand why it's being lost now.
What do you think is going on? I want to get both of you to get your take on this
mean,
particular matter. What's going on?
Something has shifted. Most people don't really see that going to church is something that they want to do. They would want to spend time with their friends, their significant other, because to them it's more meaningful. Not that God is not meaningful to them. They would think that, hey, I could do this at home. If I want to go on my knees and pray to God, I can do it. And sometimes the takeaway for them, for some individuals, around that time, you have to go buy shoes and clothes and all of that and dress up, do your hair. All of that comes with it. Some people just do not want to go into that expense, and other people just, they're after everything that they've done, they're just tired. They want to stay home.
Let me
different.
add a little something to the discussion when it comes to this matter of church attendance and so on. in a sense, the church, meaning the leadership of the church, probably are their own worst enemies. I'll tell you why I say that. Because you remember, they're the ones who now bring the services to you
Yeah.
via TV, radio, online. They
And that's
bring
what I
it.
wanted to say. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No,
They bring it to you.
Yeah, that too.
So there would be less physical.
Yeah. So it's like, as I said, like they're probably their own worst enemies because they know that people, would home on the weekend. They don't necessarily want to get up and get dressed and get the children ready and this sort of thing, right? So they bring it to you. So now, since I think people are probably getting used to this thing, that they could just go watch it on TV
and advent of COVID.
and you're good to do.
I think too, Andre, midnight mass has become something. I mean, we do have so many events happening. The hotels are having events. You have other people coming together and having events in their communities, and people love a fete. A lot of people just love to fete,
especially at that time of year.
especially at that time of year, and it has changed. And I really do think that as a society, we need moments where we could pause, where we could take stock and remind ourselves that what matters beyond ambition and distraction, and actually go back to church, because it actually set the tone for what's going to happen for the rest of the year.
The fireworks midnight is a big thing now in St. Lucia.
Oh, yes.
It is huge. So I think most people probably find that a lot more attractive than being seated in a building where...
No, but you're out you're out before 12, Andre.
From the church service?
Midnight mass starts at 10 o'clock. It doesn't start at midnight.
I have a midnight mass
It
started.
starts at
It's
10
not
or
at 10 or
10:30.
10:30
Yes,
or so
Andre,
on.
you're out.
And
So
it
you can
ends
enjoy
after,
whatever.
yeah.
Andre, when last you went to church? Excuse me.
It's been a long time. I'll tell you that. It's been a long time. That's true.
It never starts
I
at
thought it was
Andre.
midnight.
No,
I thought it
no,
started
no. They
midnight.
call it that, but you're
Yeah,
out
but
before
you're out
midnight.
before midnight,
Yeah,
or a
definitely.
little after.
But how do you... Okay, let's just assume I'm in La Clary, okay? And I leave the La Clary church just before midnight. How do I get the fireworks?
11:30, plan what you want to do.
How do I get it?
11:30, you're out. I think.
How do I get it?
But you plan what you want.
Because there's no fireworks in that area.
Andrew, of course. What about the hotel rendezvous? You would see the fireworks from there. I mean, I can see fireworks from my home because of all the hotels in the north. Being present is always better.
Right.
You could still see when it gets into the
Let me tell you,
sky.
I was down south. I was playing at a bar down south there, close to that hotel by the sea there. I forgot the name of the hotel, one of the popular ones. Let me tell you something. There were so many people there. There were so many people who came to that thing just for the fireworks.
Yeah.
Incredible. And I mean, that's just the south. I mean, I'm sure you have the west, you have the,
Pigeon
especially
Point
the north.
it's flooded as well. The beaches are flooded, as
kind
you
of
can
people.
see.
So these people, they came there like early. They were there, trying to get a parking space and this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I just feel as though a lot for us, it's just more attractive to watching fireworks than being in a building.
No, they're out. They're out before that time, Andre. They just have to plan to know where they're going. And don't forget, we have so many other churches.
But Janice,
now.
if I leave La Clary at what time you said? What time is the service over? Around midnight?
Probably
Close
11. Some of them 11:30.
All right, okay.
But
All right.
before 12 for
And
sure.
I want
you're out.
I want to go up north to watch the fireworks.
Well, then, depending on the traffic, you may make it or not.
You
So
may not
it would
make
be
it. You
planned.
could just go over to
and-
VG. 'cause,
Exactly, and go to VG and watch the fireworks. You've got you can see Wyndham from there. You can see Sandals House from there. And is it Rendezvous? I think they've changed
Maybe the
now.
church should think of
There's
having
3
fireworks
properties.
now. Maybe the church should give that some thought.
No, I really believe
they do stay outside and look at together as a congregation. They look at the fireworks. I think some churches do that.
But I think we can probably, this is something that, because you have meet the minister, that's probably a conversation you can have with them. But when I lived in Asia, the prime minister, that was one of the things he did. He was in the square at midnight. And, whoever wanted to join him, and they welcomed the new year with fireworks and everything. So there were those persons who, of course, didn't have the dinners and the this and the that. Here's an opportunity for you to also be present. So something like Asu Square, it would be perfect,
For something like that.
Yeah. I'm not
But
saying we need to do that because it's costly.
But I think the thing you were saying was that Father Albert is saying that we should revive the New Year with worship, and something that
it
that
could
is
start from
lacking
that
now.
too.
And I think it goes back to the church, and the church will have to do something about that. You have to make church more enticing, for individuals to want to come back to church for midnight mass and so on.
And not just midnight mass. We're talking about church on a regular basis,
Yeah.
right? I know it's in the Bible. Paul said, "Do not forsake the assembling of yourselves." That is there. But I mean, for me personally, I found that church has become boring. It's just boring.
Andre, do you? I mean, I'm a Catholic, but I go to other churches.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
It doesn't matter. For me, they all just boring.
What about church for you is boring?
True.
Okay, one of the things I look forward to when I go there is a good sermon.
Right.
Okay, something that I can take with me. I say, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Let me.
Or if it speaks to you.
To me, exactly.
Through the entire week as well.
But if I have to go to listen to Paul Jeté and this kind of thing.
Oh my God, I hate
There you go. There's a lot of Paul Jeté, dropping words and so on for people who they know doing certain things in the congregation. I talk about Chebois and things like that. A sort of foolishness.
When I go, it doesn't happen.
And mainly, they speak about the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Listen, that Bible has 66 books, 66, and every week is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, basically, and also the New Testament. There you have the writings of Paul and so on. There's so many great stories there back there in the day.
But Andre, that's what we say.
Let me ask you.
You're only going to one.
Hold on. When last have you ever heard a sermon on the book of Judges?
Oh.
They don't even talk about the book of Judges. There's so many books inside there. Matthew, Mark, Luke. So it bores me. It gets me tired.
But there's some pastors or apostles or whatever, they would focus on different aspects of the Bible in their sermon, not just one book.
Yeah.
Depending on what they're going to
but they don't even give a story.
They
don't even give a story.
Is,
like a story. You have a story.
You read and then you recite.
You have a story. You're talking about maybe a character in the Bible, and you give a story about that person. You build that from beginning, and you have a middle, and you have an end, and so on. That moves me.
Me too.
When I come there, you just taking the thing, and you just run in your mouth.
What I get when I go, there's a story from beginning to end.
Yes.
And after that we have Bible study, and we could talk about what was discussed during the sermon, which is really good, and there are so many takeaways from it. I think every church is different, and I think what's important is that you as an individual need to find the right church to go to. Right,
which is why I'm asking him if he only goes to one, because there are many Catholic churches, but they're different priests,
and
so you can
to different
switch
churches. And when wherever you feel comfortable, then stay there. If you're going to say, well, all churches are the same because of the same sermon and they do the same thing, then I think you pretty much selling yourself short here.
Agreed.
Yeah, so you need to kind of step out a little bit and go to different churches and see what happens.
So I go to La Clery Church. I've been a few times. The cathedral, it's a bit taxing because of the drive. I go to Groselet. I go to Groselet several times. Sometimes even lunchtime, Andre. 12 o'clock. Yeah, I go to the mass. I take my mom because it's only half an hour.
Okay.
And like you say, you listen to the sermon and you enjoy it, right? And then I go occasionally to the 6 o'clock. That's in the evening. I take my mom. So, and then I also go to the Apostolic Church in Groselet, which I quite enjoy.
Okay.
A couple Sundays. Very good. The people are so nice. So, I mean, the good thing about it is, as a Catholic, which I like, you can go to any church you want, whereas the opposite, they don't go to the Catholic Church. And I like that. And I think that stemmed from me living overseas and not always being able to go to a Catholic church. So I started branching out, and I've never left the Catholic Church, of course, but I enjoy it.
But I also think it's also important. So even you as an individual going to church, something is said by the priest or the pastor, you're just going to just leave it there, there's like blah, and just get home and go back to your daily life. Maybe he may have given a scripture or something. Pick up the Bible and read yourself as well.
Exactly.
No, but
that is very important.
So why go?
So
why go to church?
When he's there, he wants to feel it in there.
But sometimes,
I
get that too. Sometimes maybe the pastor or apostle or priest is having an off day, just like us. I'm assuming, but I do understand the Paul JT, because if I do go to a church and that's all what you're gonna do, I'm not gonna go back. There's no way I'm going to wake up in the morning, get ready, and sit there to any pastor, any apostle, just not really doing God's work. What you're going to do is just pick on people.
Okay, I want to say something on their behalf, and I mean, it's not me, but maybe the Powell JT could be something that you've that could just cross you too. It's something that you need to understand as well.
That we're
it's not
talking
always
about is really because
politics. What's power, GT? Because sometimes when they talk about, as Andre said, power, GT, it speaks to us, even if we are not the ones.
How they're doing the power, GT though, because you could do it and really speak to that individual there, and even
okay, let me give an example of the power, GT. Let me give an example. I went to a particular denomination, and I think that's the time I said, that's it. I go. Okay? So I'm inside there because I'm saying, okay, let me try this one and see what happens.
Yeah.
And the pastor comes in there, and the man starts talking about talk shows and talk show hosts.
Oops.
Okay? And there was a Calypsonian inside there as well.
Oops.
And he's saying, oh, you should stop singing for the world and sing for Christ. So he hit both of us. Because I'm inside there, and I know the Calypsonian because he was right there. All right? And I mean, he was just letting us have it. Right? Then he spoke about a song. He spoke about Papa Veda's song, Mary and Set. And the man said, the man said, man, I hate that song.
He actually said the name?
Yeah. Yes, of course. He said, I hate that song. I hate that song. So he was definitely hitting the Calypsonian and the talk show hosts inside there. But I said, what kind of music? I come in here, I leave my house at what type of time? 7 o'clock in the morning to come, and that's what you're talking about? I said, that's it, man.
No,
that's
but
it.
Andre, guess what? That was really, really, really mannered of you to sit through this.
You'd walk out.
Chances are, I would have gotten up and, not
left.
Probably.
Gracefully.
It depends. Yeah, gracefully. not attitudinal, but, gracefully. Because if I feel he's speaking to me and, it is disrespectful, what have you, I'm going to go.
And I think the power of it, JT, I'm referring to is that some pastors are aware of what's happening in people's lives, and they go on that pulpit and they say it as opposed to going to the individual. There are ways I believe that you could use a sermon or different scripture readings and so on, and speak in general, so it ministers to everyone
right.
in the congregation.
Right. Even if you think it speaks
to you, because you have a conscience. So if you're doing something that's wrong and your pastor is up there talking about it, if it's hitting you in the wrong way and you don't want to change, well, something is wrong, but to really go deeper into it and actually people are aware this is the person that the pastor is referring to.
And some people know.
People know,
people
that's when it really, really turns people away. So I think if you as a pastor really want to bring a message out there different ways, you generalize it, and some do actually. They generalize their sermon as to not really hurt this individual that they may want to send a message to. It's how they do it that's important.
And I can tell you, some people have had some really bad experiences with some denominations, especially those that they tend to settle there. Okay, they tend to settle and they figure I feel a little comfortable, and all of a sudden now you have these rules and regulations which are being imposed upon you, or people have these expectations of you. That's another problem again. I remember when I was going to certain denominations and so on, and I used to say certain things on the air. People come and take me up on those things.
Yeah.
Right?
And so you were bold then.
I say, am I in jail or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Andre, I let's stick to the story. I like to hear the end of the story. When the sermon was finished, or the mass was finished, or the service was finished, because you didn't really say, you said it was, so it wouldn't be church, it would be service. What happened? Because whenever you're leaving, whenever you leave, people they are always at the end shaking your hands. Welcome to the church.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, when the sermon was done, I actually had a little talk with the pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the service, I had a talk with him, and I told him how I felt.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him how I felt.
Very good. Important.
But I knew that I wasn't coming back.
What was his response? Did
he just listen? I knew I wasn't coming back.
Did
there.
he just listen?
Did you go to church after that day?
No, that was it. That was the last time I went inside. Because I found it every time. It's like, especially if you're, in my case, I'm a prominent, quote-unquote, person.
Yeah.
So they know you, they know me. Kind of thing, and they disagree with certain things about me and maybe the way I live my life and this sort of thing. They'll tell you things like, you can depend on God, you'd have to be playing outside, playing old school, why you have to do that? Depend on God for your living, you don't have to depend on those things. I mean, you say, these people will come and help you pay a single bill. True. Right? And then you're going to tell me I'm doing my work, and as though in your mind what I'm doing is worse than maybe a minibus driver. So how come a minibus driver is all right? A police officer may be okay because he's doing his job, but me now,
So because you're
I'm playing old
secular
school.
music.
Exactly. So in other words, I'm encouraging people to sin.
Yeah. But
So I have to give it up. I have to
in
give
all
it up.
aspects of our lives, there are rules. And for some strange reason, I do not know why it is that most of us tend to rebel when it has to do with church. I'm still trying to figure that out.
When you say rebel, like when
You're at work. There are rules at work. You know, when you were a child, there
well,
were
exactly. So that's why I don't want to be
You know?
affiliated with any church to say I'm a regular member, because you'll have these expectations of me. And that's the problem.
There are expectations.
So you're
that's
right.
why you go to
Aspects
different
of
lives.
You know, you're right. You're
you
right.
just have to be
you
able
have to accept,
know what
yeah,
to
live
do
by the
and
rules.
how to,
Yeah.
you know.
But the thing is that the
Right.
rules could be onerous, number one. Also, the rules could be unreasonable, too.
Yeah.
And also, the rules could be intrusive. You're intruding into my personal space
totally agree.
I
and
think
telling me what to do.
I think we keep forgetting the human side of things. Everything that happens in life as it relates to rules, we are the individuals setting them. And we set them based on past experiences. So let's just look at the confines of a church. We're going to be like, okay, you can't really talk to this person, or you can't really sin with a girl or a guy because this is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
The devil is going
Oh,
to
yeah.
use you to do da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, really and truly, you really don't know that person. Sometimes that person have lived their life in a straight line. And yes, the devil does things, but sometimes we tend to forget that some individuals, that's how they live. You know, they will not, they too have their rules and their boundaries, and they will not do anything that's going to, because not everybody is as weak as the other person. But I understand why rules are there, you know.
So wait a minute. You
you
were
know-
saying
you know,
that because of
The what?
the rules. You were saying that because of what?
No, there's some instances as it relates to church. There's so many things. We are the ones who set the rules. We are humans. So let's just say Andre and I are friends, right? On the normal circumstances, we would be having a conversation, but still yet people would assume, hey, well, Keena and Andre have something.
Oh, that's
Right?
disturbing.
And it's not
The
necessarily the
small
case.
minds. Okay.
Yeah, right? And then you go into the confines of the church, that filters through in there because, hey, there are rules where, you know, certain things could happen, you know, if a man and a woman are together. So you need to be mindful so that the devil doesn't, you know, that kind of stuff. But on the flip side of it, what about two individuals that are mature, that have boundaries, that none of those things ever crosses their mind?
Well, let me give you a little scenario. If you right, you're dating a guy, and you're in the church, and the church has its rules and regulations. One of those regulations is if the two of you are dating and maybe you want to get married or something like
Can't
that,
be together.
you
You
cannot
see
be
now?
together, right? You cannot be like going to dinner together, that sort of thing, right? These are the rules and the regulations which are there, they say, to protect you. So would you submit to something like that? You're dating a guy, you're in the church, and the two of you, you're in love with each other, and guess what? It's your birthday, for example. It's your birthday, and you want to go to...
I'll bring the pastor with me.
I see Janice there thinking that.
I'm still thinking. It hasn't locked in yet. I mean, what church is that?
So
You know?
so what you say? So that's one rule you'll break.
No, I'll
You
bring
break
the
that
pastor
one.
with
You
me.
break
Hey,
that
if
one.
we need to go to dinner, it's my birthday, and we can't see each other. I mean, and
Here's
I need
another
to,
one
like,
again.
my
Here's another
boyfriend
one
says,
again. You're-
Hey, you want to come? Let's go.
You're a member of the church, and you can't play the lottery.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Which church is that?
also some churches, they have to, let me give you two more. They have to give you permission to get a divorce. You can't get a divorce if they don't give their assent.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but
some
even-
of them, you cannot remarry unless they give an annulment to the marriage. The church must give that. If the church doesn't give that, then you can't remarry.
No, but even beyond that, though, Andre, even some individuals, when they do want to get married, divorce, sorry, it takes a long time, too.
No.
You mean the
It's
process of the
very
courts?
easy now.
Process of the courts.
No, it's easy now.
making
That
these
was
days.
easier now.
Yeah.
When we were
Okay.
kids, it's easy
Yeah.
now. Maybe in a month you get that already.
But
Really?
the church
Yes,
says to
it's
you,
faster now.
the church says
Yeah.
to you, no, right?
Maybe the church maybe thinks that, hey, there's still wiggle room. Maybe you could get back together, fix it. Maybe that's why.
Well, all of them do that, eh? But what he's talking about is that particular church is saying, this is
a
what
few
you
of them
believe
like
in.
that. Yeah, a few of them.
Never heard that
Another one again. Another one. If you married and you divorced, you cannot get married as long as the husband is still alive.
No, but what does the Bible say about that?
You can have
That's
the
for a
Muslims can have
sermon.
5 wives.
That's for a
4 wives.
sermon.
Five.
Maybe that's where some of them are getting it from somewhere. I don't know.
It's exactly. So that's what I'm talking
I've never
about.
heard of that
Those
one,
kinds of
actually.
things, those kinds of things, and people get turned off by why am I subjecting myself to being almost like a slave?
No, but you see the other thing too, on the flip side as well. When something happens, right? I'm going to segue just a little bit. Something happens. We had a tremor just a few days ago, and people are like, oh my gosh, God is coming, and oh my gosh, and I'm thinking, you're quick to say God is coming, but what are you doing in your life differently, really and truly? Are you really going to church? Are you praying more? Are you making changes? Because we're quick to say God is coming. He's coming, and it's the final day, and so on. When something happens, but we're not making any changes. We're quick to call God.
Well, there's
when
some
it's
changes,
convenient.
but Keena, there's some changes that some of us in the church will refuse to make. And let me tell you, because you said about making the changes, right? One of them is giving up fornication.
There's a country recently, I can't remember which one though. If you fornicate, you're going to jail, right? They just passed that law.
Oh yeah. There are a lot of
Right?
a
And
few
there's
of them.
so many others.
Some of the Muslim
But,
countries. So I'm asking, because you just said that we need to make the changes.
Yeah.
So imagine you have a pastor who's giving a sermon and showing you clearly, right, either through the scripture or through some experience that this is wrong. And you spoke about making changes. Is the average person now in these times willing to make that change?
I ain't fornicating.
Not yet.
You're funny. Oh my God. You're so funny. Oh, I won't. I'm gonna good. Well, by God's grace.
So,
Okay.
but for
I
you,
understand. Yeah.
for you to not go down that road, you have to get a guy who is really a spiritual fella. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
A spiritual fella. Right. I think the only person right now that's spiritual.
You might as well get a chastity belt.
Wow. Keena. No.
So the point I'm making.
I'm just playing.
Tell me if you'll agree. There's some changes
I actually
that some
agree.
people in the church will refuse to
Yeah,
make.
some people do, but you need to look beyond that, though. It's all fun and games, and we're laughing, though. But we have to remember what it is. Why is it that you're going to church? What is it that it's meaningful with you and God, and make the changes? Because really,
God,
and
remember
truly,
long.
no, we're
Make
doing
the
it for
changes.
Him. You have to make sacrifices in life. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices because you see, okay, this is where I want to go, and this is what I want in my life, and make the changes and the sacrifices.
And I just said you must get a real spiritual guy. You'll be surprised, even in the church itself, right? That change is not. You will get people in the church who refuse to allow that sort of discipline in the church.
Oh,
We're not talking about maybe if you're dating somebody outside.
Right.
If you're outside, you say, okay, let me say that he doesn't quite understand. But you'd be surprised right inside there. People push for this thing. So the thing is that I understand your point, and it's a good point in terms of what we're willing to change. But I'm telling you, there's certain things. For example, you're not talking to somebody, right, for donkey years. And you're in church, somebody telling you, well, you need to go and make this right, go and patch up and this kind of thing. When people refuse to do that.
Oh yeah, they would go to their grave.
To their grave with that,
Yeah.
And I know people like that.
Yeah,
I know that for a
they
fact.
do.
I tell you, I give that story many times already. There's a particular person that was not speaking with a particular other person for years and years and years. And I knew both of them. So I thought when one of them died, that person would never... that person was the first person at the church, and they were not talking for years.
Where do you think they went?
What?
Why do you think they went to the church?
I think there was a genuine love there.
I think so.
It's just the pride that got in between the two people and
Right,
refused to maybe apologize or address the issue. So they died. At least one of them died, and the other person.
I think
It's
it's
sad.
I used to think before.
No, I'm not saying sadness. I'm saying it's stupid. Why would you go to the funeral? In my opinion, if I knew that and I was a family member, I would ask the person why they came.
Me
I
too.
would.
Oh,
Even
wow.
if I wouldn't stop them, but I would say,
you
why are
wouldn't
you
stop.
here?
No.
You never spoke to Keena. and Keena is gone. So why are you here?
No,
I
I've
would want
always
to-
said, Andre, and I've said that to my family members, that if I die, I'm going to have a list of people. You know? Somebody stays at
Forget
the
that.
door. Why are you here? And not only that, I'm going to be doing my eulogy. So just imagine me on camera. You know, I'm dead, but on camera, doing my eulogy, and then I'll pick you out in the crowd.
So how you know the person's going to be
I
there?
am just
Andre,
going to
why are
say
you
the
here?
name.
But how do you know the person's going to be there?
I'm
Just
just
gonna
going to
call your name,
Call the
Andre.
name. Are you here? So and so, please stand. The person doesn't stand. Somebody who knows them, please get them out. And this is what you did to me. Da, 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 da. I do not want you here. And no story.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I think you're going too far. Nah,
No, I'm just playing. No, I'm playing with that one. But I did like jokingly say to my mom and my family that, hey, because why are you going to be at my funeral? To make sure that I'm dead? Like,
We can try to forget, but I don't believe in we
why-
have to forgive.
why
But
you
we can
gonna-
forget. We can try to
But
forget.
even that, even
But
no,
a
you have
pastor
to
will tell you you have to
forgive too.
forgive.
Not necessarily.
You
And
have
for
to
some people
forgive.
refuse. That's
It's
what I'm saying. There's
important.
certain things
So you can
that some
forget,
people will
you don't have to
not
forgive.
change.
it's
Yeah.
important
Right?
that we forgive.
Listen, I spoke to a lady.
I don't
I
have to
hope she's
forgive.
not listening. Hope she's not listening. And she said to me, if her ex-husband is in heaven, she don't want to go there.
It's that bad. I mean, you
I'm
know,
telling you.
yeah.
Yeah.
She knows what she experienced.
Yes.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Another one said to me, if my child's father dies before him, okay, I will drug my son to ensure he does not go to his funeral.
Okay, that's
Oh,
a bit much.
that's not. She shouldn't get
So
involved.
back
in
to
that
what
one.
I
It's
said
all
to you.
about her,
There's
but not
certain
the child.
things that some people
Yeah.
refuse to change.
Yeah, because of all the hurt.
because of all the hurt that they've
gone through.
experienced.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
I
It's like
can
that.
understand that. But I personally believe that I can forget, but I don't think I want to forgive if you did me something. I don't want to forgive.
Me, I ain't holding no animosity in my
No,
heart
I'm
for
not holding
anybody.
it. If I see you, I don't have to blink. I'm just passing you straight. Yeah, I don't have to blink. I just pass you straight. There's nothing wrong in that, Keena. You that's gonna make your heart beat.
so let me
I'm
ask
gonna
you.
be pretty relaxed.
So let me ask
'Cause
you.
I
go
yeah.
back to what I said a while ago. So assuming the two of you meet up in heaven now, what's going to happen?
Well, okay, if you want to go into that kind of life, which I have not thought of,
You have
because
thought of
we are
that
not,
one?
we no longer, we're not in this anymore. We're not humans anymore. You know, we don't have
I
skin
think that
anymore.
would
so
matter
don't you
then.
think? Don't you think
No.
maybe
So-
one of you wouldn't be there?
I think so. One of you
maybe.
would be.
One of you wouldn't be
Maybe,
there.
maybe, but that's how I feel, and I've felt this way a long time. And look at my age, and I still feel that way. That I can forget, but I don't necessarily
Have to
feel I want to
forgive
forgive
it.
because you don't know that I have not forgiven you because I'm not going to show it.
And you know,
But that feeling that comes with-
you know, just sorry. You know, this is a command from Jesus Christ. Forgive.
Forgive.
It's actually a
Yes.
command.
Well,
Like
did he
you-
also command you to forget?
Finish it that. Finish with that.
Keena, answer that question. Did he also
Finish with that.
command you to forget?
Finish with that.
Yeah.
So at least I can take home something today.
I think
You
it's
know?
important for us to not only forgive. Forgetting is a bit difficult.
can't forget.
You
You
can't
cannot
ever
forget.
forget
Yeah.
it. But for
Oh,
me,
yes, I
what
can
works
forget.
what works for me every time that someone has done me something and I remember it, I try to remember something good that that person did for me.
Very good.
And I try to replace.
That's providing that person
that
had the
thought
opportunity.
if the person had the opportunity, and if
Yeah.
not, then what I would do was like, you know what, God forgive them for they know not what they've done. You know, and I always go into that space because I strongly believe I do not want to walk around with any animosity in my heart towards anybody.
Yeah.
You want to be mean and you want to do whatever. I do not know what side of the bed you got up on.
Right.
That's you. But I ain't gonna make it my problem. Hey, I don't want no grace.
But let's be
Andre,
honest.
I'm one of those, like I say, I will not forgive, but I'm also the one who will say, tomorrow is another day. It will be all right in the
which is
morning.
good.
Yes.
And that's what I believe in. I say it. I might be hurt today,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, before I go to bed or first thing in the morning, it's another day. I'm going to forget what Mary said. I'm going to forget.
But we can't forget, Janice. You can't forget.
Oh yeah, you can block it, Andre. You
Block it? I don't
Andre,
know.
think
Let
about
me tell
it.
you. Let me tell you.
At some
I've
point.
seen.
Exactly.
I see people who hurt me when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
And imagine I see those people today, and the thought just comes back immediately. And that happened
Like a school
a long time
And I
ago.
think too, sometimes counseling helps a lot.
Like a school
With
teacher
certain
who beat
things
you,
as well.
right? You walk in town, as big as you are, working and, prancing down the street, and then you bump into that teacher. Do you smile? Do you
Yeah,
smile?
boy.
Do you say, Miss, good morning, good afternoon, Miss so-and-so? Put that face on. Approaching. That person is probably looking at me. I'm looking back. That person is probably saying, oh, that was so-and-so and so. And when I get closer, I will smile, but I will not stop. No.
I
will
can't
not
do
stop.
it. No, I honestly can't.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves before
I
we take
haven't been
the
able
shout
to,
outs.
right.
Forgiving is a difficult thing to
It's
do.
difficult.
It's very, very,
you
very
have to
hard.
Practice.
Yeah, because forgiving means
Yeah.
I take the blow, I accept it, right? That you did me something, and I'm accepting it, and I'm trying to move on.
But Andre,
That's
let
tough.
me say that
That's
the only
tough.
way the person knows that you haven't forgiven them is your attitude towards them.
Towards them.
And I
that's
will have
right.
no attitude towards them. But I know what I know. And I'm not going to speak to you again. That's simple.
No, but that's
But
they would still
professionally,
know that's
hold
why
on,
you know.
professionally I will.
Okay.
But you're not going, in other words, you're never going to sit at my table. Period. That's it. That's how I see it. So if I'm out with Keena and I happen to see Andre and I'm not speaking to Andre, hi Keena, I'm not coming at your table. I'm not coming.
No, I would listen. I don't even know. It's for me. If I haven't forgiven you, there will not be a hi coming out of me because I would feel like
No, but I'm saying Andre is the one who did whatever he did. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying hi to you.
Oh.
But Andre is at your table and he's the one. So I'm going to pass that table. But I'm going to say hi to you because I know you. But I just noticed Andre's, then that's the one that I'm not speaking to.
Andre's
and I don't-
gonna be rolling because he knows, hey, something happened there and you still haven't. But what I would say as well, sometimes, and when I do say God forgive them for they know not what they do, sometimes people behave in manners that they feel is okay and they're hurt and they haven't dealt with whatever issues they have as well, right? And they go around creating a storm with interactions they have on a
The
daily
anger is
basis
there.
and the anger that's still built up in them. Sometimes you are more mature than the person,
Yeah.
right? And we have to get to a point where it takes a lot of maturity, a level of maturity to get to that point where you see, well, you know what? I'm bigger than that. And maybe that's that person's way acting out because of so-and-so. And you just, let it go. And that's the first step. Because sometimes we really and truly don't know why someone is behaving in a particular manner, what they could have gone through or experienced. And they're just being...
I think that's what Lady J is trying to say. Yeah.
So...
Yeah. Simple.
Alrighty, so let's get into the shout-outs.
Shout-outs we had from the beginning, so we're going to make it really, really quick.
So just in case, sorry about that, we have people who are just tuning in to our program. We have Lady J here. Lady J is here because pretty soon Keena is going to be on vacation, so Lady J will be sitting in for her, all right?
Okay.
And moving forward, let's see if we have room at the table for Lady J.
There's always room at the table for everyone,
Will she sit or will she be allowed to sit? That's the question.
I think you'll be allowed to sit. And that'll be very interesting.
Alrighty. So, Anuali.
So we're doing the Facebook platform first.
So, Lady J, when Keena's not going to be there, that'll be your responsibility, yeah?
Right. So
Right.
Keena has, that's the thing. Keena has to show me all of this.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Okay.
If you want, you could take the laptop and go ahead.
Go ahead.
You want to do it?
No.
you go ahead.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I'm sit at
I'm
the
listening.
table for you.
I'm listening.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
That's how you learn too.
So
Listen,
Sharon
learn.
Peter was the first to chime in, and she says, "Happy and bountiful New Year, REV-UP." Thank you so much.
Same to you, Sharon.
She
Same to
also
you.
continued. Pious Snappy, yeah, man, is also in the house. He says, "Good morning." So he was the second person to chime in this morning. He says, "Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you, Pious Snappy."
You as well, Pius.
Sharon came back and she says, "Beautiful, okay, Happy New Year." Mwah, mwah. Oh, my first mwah for today. Pearlford Baby Henry, Andre, your friend.
Yes.
She says, good morning and Happy New Year to REV-UP St. Lucia, 95.9 FM family.
Happy
and
New Year to you,
all
Pearl.
in the chat room. Pius Snappy Yeman returned and he said, Happy New Year.
Same to you, Pius.
Sharon Peter says, all the best to you and yours. Sharon Peter returned and she says, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the ad with his voice is coming to an end.
Yeah, I heard it this morning and I just smiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I was able to place his ashes in an urn, a beautiful urn, a purple urn. It's at my home.
Was that his
Yeah.
favorite color?
No, it's mine.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
right
he
now he
knows.
has no say.
Well, he
He
could
has
have
no
said
say.
it before. Andre, you could have known his color before.
Actually, I don't.
Isn't it blue?
All he asked for was to cremate him. He didn't
Okay.
say what to do with his ashes or
No,
anything
I mean,
like that.
if he had a favorite color. Don't you have a favorite color, Andre?
Well, I'm not sure what
Well,
Tony's favorite color is, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So we heard his favorite color is purple.
Purple. Okay.
One of my favorite colors.
Okay, now it's one of my favorite colors. Okay. So, Irene Shalmine says, good morning,
Irene.
Lady J.
Hi,
Welcome
Irene.
back to radio.
Oh. It's a friend of yours.
Thank you. Erin Shalmine from the
Oh,
Clary.
that's Irene. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
Was
yeah,
she
right,
kind of
right,
working
right.
that
Irene.
project? Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
Irene. Hello
so,
there, Irene.
right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So, thank you for chiming in, Irene. She also says Happy New Year to all. Christine Shallery is in the house, and she says good morning and Happy New Year, Rev family. Hi to Shasha in St. Croix. Hi, Shasha.
Yes, Shasha.
Happy New Year to you as well. Alette Richards says Happy New Year to the Rev Up team. All the best.
Hello, Arlette.
Oh my
And your
gosh.
husband. And your husband. Hope all is well with Pollux. Mhm.
Pius Snappy Yeman says the golden dragon died this morning.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And who is that, Andre?
He's a regular follower, I think, of Newspin. He often calls, I think he was involved in the politics up to a certain level. I think last
His
I heard
family
he
owned
wanted
a
bookstore,
bookstore
yeah.
on Marion Street.
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah.
right. Hmm. But he was really into the politics.
He was really into the politics.
Yeah, and-
Tall.
Yeah, Feskin guy.
Feskin guy.
Nice gentleman.
Yeah.
Nice gentleman, actually. Nice gentleman.
Yeah.
But,
Natos.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
wow.
Wow,
Really?
well, sorry to hear that.
Not the
I'm
same one
sorry.
that said he was going to be going up? And he
Yeah.
didn't?
Wow. Yeah,
Wow.
that one.
Yeah,
That
Oh,
one.
wow. I think I have his
wow.
number. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure Timothy will probably play many of his, or some of his calls on his show.
Contributions? Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. Yeah.
Wow. Why did they call him the Golden Dragon?
That's what he
That-
called
I think that's what he called himself.
The Golden Dragon.
Golden
At least how
Dragon.
he said it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, I'm really sorry.
Condolences.
And any idea what his age? No, he must be in his 60s, I
maybe
imagine.
60s?
Yeah, 60s.
60s.
Wow, boy. Mama.
Okay.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Life again, boy.
Oh, boy.
Life again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there we are talking about forgiving and forgetting, you know?
Yeah, so
But
let's
good
just say
thing the last
good morning.
conversation I had with him was pleasant.
Yeah, let's say good morning to,
Yeah.
to his family,
family. Yes.
and close friends and so on. Yeah, we accept our
So it would be
condolences.
his uncle with the other bookstore. That would be
I
on
think so.
Collins
Yeah.
Street.
That's
yeah,
correct.
Street there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Oh.
really sorry to hear that.
Very
Really
sad.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he was running the one in, yeah. I
Mhm.
think he lived upstairs.
I wonder if he was ailing because just before the elections he was with Timothy going there, they had a little back and forth and so on. I was listening. Sounded all right. But then
Sometimes
again,
some people
Tony
sound
sounded just as all right.
Yeah,
Tony
you never know what's
sounded just as
happening
all
on
right.
the inside.
Wow,
So
wow.
condolences to his family and thoughts and prayers
Barely made
with
it to
you
the new
and,
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said, I knowing Timothy, he would probably play either one of a couple of the little back and forth that they used to have.
Maybe
I think
not.
the last
Maybe
one was
not.
interesting. I think he will.
The first day, at least let it
Yeah.
be nice and smooth, and then later on you could probably do that. But I think for the first day, accept the fact that he's gone and condolences, and don't bring in any negativity into it. But you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along.
Okay. That's a lot to take in. Barbara Augustine returned. She chimed in and she says, miss him like crazy. She's referring to
Tony.
Paul.
Yeah, we
She
all do.
also went on.
Especially that laughter of his. So every time he laughed, I laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infectious.
She says, good morning, Rev family. Hope your days in 2026 be filled with joy, laughter. Lorena Menard said
Well,
hello.
Lorena, morning to you. Hope all is well.
Paul St. Rose is in the house, and he says, good morning and Happy New Year to all my REV-UP family.
Yeah, to you as well, Paul St. Rose.
Lucita Jean-Pierre returned, chimed in and says, good morning.
Yes. Go ahead. I want to read something about Lucita.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She says, good morning to Andre, Keena, and guest. Motivation Monday to all.
Thank you.
Let me read something that Lucita sent me. I think a sister of hers passed away recently, and I said to her, well, of course, sorry to hear about your sister. I asked what happened to her. She explained, and she said that in 2025, she said it was a rough year. She lost 2 brothers, one sister.
Oh.
She said my aunt, my very close cousin in Canada, some very close friends, and especially my good friend Jerome. That's Tony. So she was saying
Your
the number of
brother's name
people.
is Jerome?
Yeah, Jerome.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what she
Okay.
calls him.
Okay.
Tony's name is Jerome. That's tough.
Yeah.
Losing so many people.
So many people in 1 year.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that. Two brothers. 2 brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lucita.
I said to her, wow, I said, I'm sorry to hear about all your losses. Let's hope that this year will be a better one.
Oh, definitely. Positive thoughts.
Oh my word. Lucita, hugs and kisses, Mama. Mwah. Whew. Barbara's, can I continue?
Yes, of course. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Barbara Xavier says, Happy New Year to all of you. Have a lovely day. Blessed love. Lucita Jean-Pierre returns, says, good morning everyone on the live. Share the link. Healthy New Year to all. Also, John Flavian chimed in and he says, Happy New Year to everyone. Lon Jules is in the house. It's been a while, Lon.
Hi,
Good morning. Happy Monday. He said, heard that Golden Dragon has passed away. Yeah. Second person to say so on our Facebook platform. He returned and says, good morning, Andre. Returned and says, good morning, Keena. She Chubb is in the house and she says, Andre, I want to know what Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa has done to you.
That's a good one.
Well, he already said what she said years ago.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah,
And what
that's
she's been saying
one of what
recently
she's
as
been
well.
saying recently. So he's already said so.
Yeah.
Stills Rub and Fixion is in the house, and she says, good morning, Andre, Keena, and Miss Dupal.
Yeah.
Happy New Year
Morning,
to you
Sil.
all. May God guide, protect, bless, and keep you safe always.
You know, somebody came to my home on the weekend, and they came to ask specifically for Sales Rub.
Oh, great.
They wanted a number. Yeah,
Oh,
how do we get in touch
nice.
with her?
Let me tell you, that rub works wonders.
Yes.
Wonders. If you haven't tried it, you better try it. Because Snow loves it too, and it helps Snow as well. I've said that before.
So why are you leaving me in suspense?
Oh,
now?
Sills rub. When I first started here, Sills came and she gifted me a rub. I was having some body pains and so on, and I used it, and it works wonders. Right? If I'm having any feet pain, any muscle pain, I use it. And Snow, when Snow was attacked by a dog, after Snow was sent home, Snow had some swelling, and I used the rub on Snow as well, and it brought down that swelling.
Yeah.
this is
And it
from
helped heal
Silton?
the area as well. Silton's, she sells Fixion and rubs
Yes.
and so on.
Not the same lady that's in town? Not that person who advertises?
No.
No, not
She's
the same
from
person. But the
Cicero?
rub is really, really good.
I need to
It's
try
really,
it.
It's really, really good.
And she can also do a version for children.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
try that.
It's really, let me tell you. It works for
I think
humans
my mom would
and
be
dogs.
the first to try it. Yeah. If it worked for the dog, it would work for us.
Yeah,
swelling went down, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it really, really did, because she had a huge gash and she had surgery. So I used the rub around that from the time she was.
What about the odor? 'Cause
It's a
some-
little-
It's
It's
not.
a little
Hers is
there.
not. She has
A little.
different ones.
Yeah.
Actually. So
Okay,
it's-
because
it's-
there are those that you can't go anywhere with, but
no,
you must
hers.
use it at home.
No, hers I can.
Strictly. Okay.
I use it maybe an hour before I leave home if I'm having any pain, and I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Electra Ferdinand says, good morning. Welcome
Electra.
back on the air, Lady J.
Electra, hi. She's on holiday, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's on holiday.
Okay.
She's leaving in a couple of days.
All right, Electra?
I'm sure you know Electra.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Most
Ali
likely.
Ferdinand, who passed away.
Say again?
Ali,
Ali,
remember
she
Ali?
says.
Ali Ferdinand.
What
That's
about?
his wife.
Oh, that's his wife.
Yeah, he passed away
okay,
a year December.
Wow, okay.
Catherine McPhee is in the house.
Catherine.
Good morning,
Yes.
Catherine. Happy New Year, hun. And she says, Happy New Year, Andre, Keena, and your guest, Janice. Blessings.
Soon to be hostess.
Why they calling me guest? Yes.
Yes, soon to be hostess.
They're getting used to it, some of them, so that's good. Sherry Blossom says, I love bread.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the
And-
bread, yeah.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong in loving it.
Yeah,
That's true.
there's
Nothing wrong with that. Right?
Suit
Just
yourself.
as Janice is saying, just be careful. If it's not going with you,
Then,
then you may need to
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not because not all food or foods agree with everybody.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Some
I don't
people
eat,
get
I
a
don't
reaction.
eat spaghetti. I don't eat macaroni.
See,
I don't
there
eat
you go.
spaghetti.
What
Period.
my mom has done for a very long time, she taught us to eat for our blood types as well. And I even though I don't do it all the time, but I do.
Try to
eat
remember.
for my blood type.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hastani gets a reaction if he has anything like what do you call them again? Prawns, not prawn. I remember
Prunes. The prunes?
Shrimp?
shrimp.
Oh, right.
He gets a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
some people.
allergic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has to
Yeah.
Gets
walk
all
around
swollen,
with
face
a-
gets all
and so on.
swollen
Yeah.
and everything.
EpiPen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's not going with you, you
Yeah,
need to
you
you
know
need to
that.
stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you know. And some people don't know because they
Until-
don't monitor what they eat on a daily basis.
That's a good
They
point.
just have reactions. And it's important that you take note of what you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know when something is kind of off.
Yeah.
Lon Jules returned and he says bread can be healthy, especially whole grain or
Yeah.
sourdough varieties, as they provide fiber, vitamin B, and minerals. 1 second, Lon.
Well, I think we were talking about white bread. We were
yeah.
talking about
Yes.
brand
And
or-
those
Yes.
breads
or whole wheat and so
are
on.
healthy, but they don't really taste that great.
No, they don't.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
They don't taste
you know
that
what
great.
bread I
The
love?
rye bread is also very
My
good.
mom makes her coconut bread.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, my mom.
Yeah.
That's like our family thingy.
Wow,
and she makes the
coconut bread.
and let
Wow.
me tell you, whole wheat coconut bread.
That must be interesting.
It's really nice. It's better than the white bread, and you get
Well,
the
you see-
bits of coconut
yeah.
in there, the whole wheat. Yeah, I love it when my mom makes it.
And you see, the white bread is the cheapest bread, so most people would
Yeah.
go for the white bread. Rye and all the others, bran and all these are expensive. I mean, you know how much for the long bread now? What they call it? The French name.
Oh, the bagel?
baguette?
The bagel?
The baguettes, yeah. That's $4 right now.
Oh,
and
really?
they've shortened the length of it. My husband loves it, so I know it's shorter. The
Oh,
bag
my
is still,
word.
remember, it was very close to the end of the paper bag.
Yes,
Right now,
yes,
you can
yes.
fold that neatly. That's
Wow.
how short it has gotten.
Wow.
And it
It's
doesn't
$4.
taste the same.
Oh, well, I'm not too
It's
sure
just
about that.
changed just
But
a little bit.
yeah.
But okay, you should try making coconut bread, whole wheat coconut. It's really good.
I mean, Andre, I was expecting you to say something, so I gave a little pause. Didn't you hear what she said? This is something they do at home. Her mom does it.
Yes.
But she didn't even bring a slice after the New Year.
No,
My mom is
her
not
mom's not
here.
here. Her mom's not in
well, how
solution.
am I supposed to know that?
When
That's why you didn't say anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
when she
yeah.
I was waiting
visits,
for
when she
Andre to say
visits
something.
and she makes it,
But-
I'll definitely
But
bring.
let me tell you, since we're talking right now, Keena makes a great peanut
brittle?
brittle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love peanut brittle.
Oh, you
Peanut
do?
br-
But
no.
it's too much for the teeth and,
You
No,
and
you
taste,
ain't try mine
you
yet.
and taste
Okay.
peanut brittle
Sometimes
that
it's
Keena
so
has
hard.
made. Miss it?
No, it's
It
not
melts
hard,
in your
no.
mouth. I don't want it to melt, I don't want the peanut brittle to melt, I still want to hit a crunch.
You still get the crunch and everything in
Let me
there.
tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
And
peanut
it's
brittle
not the
we used
shiz
to.
kind of
Yeah,
peanut.
it's kind of shiz.
Yeah,
Most of it
like
is
one
shiz.
you could count.
But she
Nah.
loads it with
I load
peanuts.
it. And I use
okay.
I use honey in there as well.
Oh, no, I can't take that.
It's
You can't do
excellent.
honey?
No.
Well, I can do the one with
Without
sugar.
honey.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, but
So,
yeah.
so while her mom, you can't get her mom right now because she's overseas, you can get her for the peanut
I'm
brittle.
wondering why he didn't say a word. I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking about
my mom
good-
is not here.
And Andre's just looking at you, and I'm waiting for Andre to respond. Nothing. So I had to say something before we leave the conversation.
Oh, okay. Well,
All
my
right.
mom is not here.
Okay, got you.
You have to wait.
Yes. So Beverly Lewis says, "Good morning." Lon Jules returned and says, "Eating breadfruit is worse than eating bread."
Breadfruit?
Yeah. Remember, Tony didn't like breadfruit that much.
So maybe that person they just don't like breadfruit, right?
That's Jules that's saying
That's
that.
yeah. Eating breadfruit is worse than eating bread.
You know my
Well, I love eating breadfruit with saltfish. I think it tastes.
But let me tell you, my
beautiful.
grand aunt, she lived to be 106.
Wow.
And I asked her one time, what do you eat? She told me breadfruit is her favorite. She has that for breakfast,
Oh my
for
gosh.
lunch, and for dinner.
In place of
When
bread.
you get the
Yeah,
real good
well,
one,
but-
yeah.
Well, she didn't say in
It's
place
really
of bread.
good.
That's what she said she loves.
Oh.
Now you see, so
Was
different
she
strokes.
a small person?
But yeah, she was a slim, slim person, but she lived to be 106.
Wow.
But the only thing
Very
time
good.
I
From
like
Chazelle.
breadfruit now, I mean, I could change it around and make breadfruit balls or breadfruit punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Breadfruit punch.
Yeah, man.
I've never had that.
If it's ripe and everything, then
But
I
let me tell
blend
you,
it and do whatever else, add some milk to
Priskelash?
it and
Never
everything.
had that.
Pris Kailash calls breadfruit a superfood.
It is.
Yeah.
Pris Kailash.
Yeah.
He said we're underestimating this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is highly nutritious.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. Somebody says, good morning to all. Welcome. Alex Leonte says, good morning to all. Welcome back to everyone.
Yeah, you as well, Alex.
Some Cherry Blossom is on your case. And she says,
Hey, Kabbalah.
Fanfare
Kabbalah.
Andre Mal. That's when you said, I like girl. Catherine McPhee says,
The women are making you sick? I don't think so. Women make him feel better.
Oh, you know.
yeah. Catherine
She might
McPhee
have to
says,
retract those words.
who?
The person who said what they said. She might have to retract that.
They're just having fun.
And she has laughing emojis
just having
there,
fun.
so she's
Yeah,
just
okay,
having
okay,
fun with
okay,
them.
okay.
Yeah. Catherine Murphy says, Keena's spirituality is just dead with the generation now. They were feds from way back, so that's not the truth. And then Cherry Blossom returned and says, I leave before the rush, then run to VG Lighthouse
Yeah.
to get the fireworks.
Yeah.
And she also continued and says, back in the days, now I stay home and sleep. Aaron Grant says, good morning, St. Lucia. Andre Ashitrup says, Andre, behave. Cherry Blossom says, I would have walked out, referring to you and that church service. Cherry Blossom returned and says, he would see and hear me walk out.
With the stilettos.
She continued and says, I agree with Keena. Every organization has its problems. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Jan Isaac says, good morning to REV-UP family. Happy New Year to you all. Egley Coleman says, church will see for itself. Estelle Ford says, good morning and Happy New Year to all. Sils Rubs returned and she says, the pastors are asking all these charges for people and they're doing worse behind closed doors. You cannot tell me not to do something and you're doing it yourself. That will not work. But Sils, you really don't know what's happening behind closed doors at the pastor's home, so you're just assuming, right? Cherry Blossom says, forget it means don't bring it up again. John McCurdy says, bless good morning, REV-UP family, listening audience, and Happy New Year. John McCurdy went on to say condolences to the family of the Bain Nathaniel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. And
Nathaniel.
DK is in the
That's right.
house and he says,
I
good morning
understand.
to all. I am so late this morning. Welcome, and DK, you're here nonetheless. And he returned and he says, Happy New Year to all. We will welcome Lady J at the table.
Oh, thank you.
So Josie
Who was
and DK.
Okay.
Right. Josie and Alexander Lacha says, good morning, REV-UP family. Happy New Year to all. And DK returned and says, I was happy to take part in 12 days of Christmas. Andre, we have to talk.
Oh, right.
Did that
That's
person
Bernard,
win?
by the way.
Did that person
Oh,
win?
our friend. Yes,
Right.
yes, Bernard. Hey, good morning, Bernard.
Yes.
He's the one who gave us 200
200
Oh,
US
right,
dollars.
he-
US dollars,
okay.
yes.
Giveaway.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
Luther Alsey says, welcome.
Valentine's is coming up.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is, and he has some plans. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bernard, I'm talking about.
Yes, Bernard
He
has some plans. And he's such a wonderful individual, by the way.
Yes, he is.
Luther Alsey says, welcome back, REV-UP family. Wishing you all the best in 2026. God
All right, Luther.
riches
Yeah,
blessings upon the Paul, Kiki, and the new who is about to take over as Kiki proceeds on vacation. Blessed day to all. Love. And DK returned and says, oh, wow, Golden Dragon gone. My goodness, what is life? Nothing but a flower bloom in the morning and by evening,
Tell me about it.
fall, fade, and forgotten.
Tomorrow is never promised. I always
Yeah.
say that.
That is true. Lucita returned after you spoke and she says, thanks everyone for the condolences. She returned and she says, you mean to tell me, imagine if St. Lucia had voted Golden Dragon as PM. That's what we call life. You never know. My condolences goes out to his family and friends. Seals Rub gave her name on the platform. It's 716-8018. Sales
Yes.
Rub and Fiction, 716-8018. That number again, 716-8018. And DK Return, you have it? 716-8018. Yes. And DK says, my condolences, Marcia. Did tell me of some deaths. And DK returned and said, I love bread, plenty hot. Whole wheat bread is Miss Shirley doing. Well, was she? Oh, yeah, he's talking about my mom. So he says, I love plenty hot whole wheat bread as Miss Shirley was doing. That's my mom. Okay. So he had my mom's bread when we were growing up. Chris Sonson says, yes, that's what my wife do for me too. And it's really nice. He's talking about the whole wheat coconut bread. Nadia Gabriel says, Happy New Year to my REV-UP family. Blessings to hear you back on the radio. That's our Facebook platform now. Our WhatsApp platform.
Do we have many?
Let's see. Not many.
Okay.
No, not many. Somebody keeps just sending us so many messages on our platform. I think that person, I'm not sure. But anyways, somebody says, good morning, REV-UP family, Andre and Keena, and by extension, Janice Dupal.
Thank you.
So that's that. Somebody else says, morning, sir. A.G. Simpson says, I'm trying to replace Tony with you, but it's proving a little complicated. You start cutting off again in Soufrière, a little too frequent for me. That's from A.G. Simpson in Soufrière.
Thanks, A.G. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much for letting us know.
Wow.
It's the internet that's the issue. Okay, the internet is not like something that is really reliable. All the radio stations go for the same problem. The problem is that when you're listening, it is annoying.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which station it happens with. It's just annoying.
Happens,
It's that system is not something you can rely on 100%.
Yeah.
But that's what drives REV-UP. Unfortunately.
But also, if you can get us on our frequency, which is 95.9 FM, you could go online. If you do have internet or you do have data, REVUPSt.Lucia.com, and you'll find us there. We're also on other streaming platforms as well.
Exactly.
So that's good.
There's MyShuna Radio, there's Radio Garden, 758streamin.com. A lot of other people are choosing to use those platforms.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as I said, that's the problem. The internet is not something that's stable all the time. It fluctuates.
Yeah, we should change our providers.
Unfortunately.
Be careful here. We might just get an
But anyways, moving on. Somebody says, good morning, Happy New Year. Can I get a contact number for Pastor Ben, please? Pastor Ben.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
a contact number for Pastor Ben. I don't
okay.
know.
But nonetheless, sorry.
Somebody would
for our
probably
listeners
give
in
that.
Soufrière,
Yeah.
I will certainly follow up.
Okay.
When I'm done, I will follow up to see exactly what may be going on. All right?
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Luther Henry is in the house, and he says, the problem is not the bread. The problem is exercising and walking. We don't want to walk anymore. I have to make my special platted bread for Janice. I know she will love it.
Who said that?
Luther Henry. He has a
Luther
bakery
from,
in
Le
Clary.
Clary?
Yes.
Of course I know Luther. Hi, Luther.
Yes, so he says he'll make some platters Christmas bread for you.
Hi,
Tell
Luther.
Janice to give me a shout out for special Christmas platted bread. So give him a shout out, okay? Do you have his
That's
number?
delayed. Christmas is gone, so
No, you'll still have the platted bread.
Ah, okay.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
No, I don't have.
I'll
the
give
number.
it to you.
Yeah.
Morning,
Luther.
He also went on to say
Great
all the
singer.
best he is to REV-UP St. Lucia in 2026. Kiki, Janice, and Andre, all the best in the future from Luther the baker.
Thank
right.
you, Luther. Right, that's what he is. Luther the baker.
Someone
No
else
longer
says,
say Luther the singer.
Yeah, Luther the baker. That has a nice ring to it too.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's keeping it.
Yeah. Someone says, please, Andre, come to the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah Witness. You will hear
Where is that?
the real thing.
Where is that?
I'm not sure. If you heard Janice, so if you could tell us where it is, I will pass on that message to Andre.
I try all churches. Trust me. I don't
Come to the
just
Beacon of Hope
go to
Sanctuary.
one. Where is that one?
In Waterwash.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you directions.
Yes, please.
So someone else says, morning, such a great show today. I love everything about it, about church and how we feel.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Someone else says, good morning, REV-UP family. Happy New Year to all. Guess who's in the building? The weatherman. He says, Happy New Year, Andre and Keena and all REV-UP family. Lady J is also here as
weatherman.
well. So let's not leave her out. Next time we're chiming in, just, making it known. Somebody else says, Happy New New Year, Keena, Andre, and the rest of the REV-UP family. Wishing you all the best in 2026. Keep growing, educating, informing, advertising, counseling amidst all the great music, smiles, and laughter.
Wow.
Cheers to 2026. Now, on the matter of midnight mass and the desire to watch the fireworks, the mass at the Mount of Prayer, Kubarel, usually ends before midnight, so persons get to watch the fireworks right there on the grounds.
Yeah.
Also, persons may go
Sounds
to the
good.
Mon Libai from
Perfect.
your
That's a good
silent
place.
listener, Jacinta.
That's
All
a
right,
good place
Jacinta.
for true. You would
Right.
see everything. Yeah.
Someone else says, "Good morning, Mr. Paul, Keena, and your new host. How are you doing this year? Happy New Year to all of you. It's Madrina Moreau and
Hey,
family."
Madrina. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you. Yes.
Right.
One of our regular listeners in the
listeners.
diaspora.
Yeah.
And callers as well.
Oh, yeah. Madrina kisses. Mwah, and she went on to say, hopefully my flight to St. Lucia will be able to get there as scheduled tomorrow, God willing.
Oh, so she's
have
gonna
a
be coming
blessed
home.
day. Yes.
Alrighty.
Same here, Andre. I lost my brother and nephew in November of 2025. I can't even talk about my nephew, Alex. It's so hard. Someone else says, say hi to Andre for me, please. I love him. The fruit lady during the dances from Mon Repos. Ooh.
The lady doing
Andre,
the
The
fruit.
fruit lady.
The fruit lady.
During the dances
Oh,
from Mon
yes,
Repos.
yes. Oh, I go to the community there. She comes to check me out, man, with some nice little fruits and so on. Yeah. I really hope. Next time I see her, I must give her my number.
Next time
Yeah,
you
that's
see you,
for sure.
give her a hug too.
Yeah,
And a
I
kiss for
do.
Kiki.
I do.
Well, she already said she loves him. So she
Next
will
time I
welcome
see
the
her,
hug.
I'll make sure I give her my number. Yeah, for sure. Yes.
So, Wendy Francisca Martin says, good day, Kiki, Andre, and Jan. Blessed and prosperous New Year to you guys. I pray that all you'll journey through this year with health and strength and prosperity. Blessed love. And big up to the two persons that baked those lovely cakes. It was delicious. Thanks again. So she won. Wendy Francisca Martin won she is actually the overall
Winner?
for the Riddle Master, and she also won the cake that was given to us by Angels Without
Now, by the way, I
Wings.
heard the people
That's a
saying.
nice name.
I heard the people saying angels without wings. It's
Angel.
angel.
Angel Without
It's angel.
Look, put the arrow over there.
right back
Put the
at
arrow
you.
back there.
Look at how many fingers pointed
That's
back at you.
exactly what she gave me. So it's Angel. Because I
I
actually
heard
said,
you
oh,
on-
I love this name. Angel without wing.
You know when
Yeah.
you point one finger, how many
Let
points
me
back,
send all of
right?
them this way then. And guess what she does? She sends this back to me. Good one. Keena.
Oh my gosh.
So you see, the cake tastes really good, right?
Yeah,
I tell you, boys,
yeah.
huh?
Oh, she said the cake tastes good?
No, Wendy
The
did.
winner.
I haven't had
okay.
her cake. It's really good though. And also to Tats Cakes in VA4. Great cakes too. So thank you so much for coming on board. And shout out to all of our sponsors as well for making our Christmas promotion possible. We wouldn't have done it before without you.
Not Renault. What's in Ravenel? The bike.
Universal Cycle
Yeah.
Center and Bellevue Hotel, Sandals, Blue Lotus.
That winner got it
Oh
good,
my
boy.
gosh.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Keena.
Yeah. You still believe me?
She got it
No,
really
I'm
good.
not. I'm saying that's good. I'm praising you.
Oh,
For the riddle. He says the riddle was good. So I'm saying
No, he
the
refers to
prizes,
the
the number of
prizes.
prizes
Oh, the
that the
prizes.
person
Right,
won.
right.
They got it really good.
Yeah, they
Really
got it
good.
really
Oh, yeah.
good.
I'm-
Yeah.
Andre, let me tell you, when I saw the prizes, I was like, is that all for one person? I could not believe it, Andre. REV-UP St. Lucia
Does
is
it
really the
differently.
alpha of
We
radio.
definitely. Yeah.
Tell
Oh
you
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we want to do it even better for Mother's Day, but
Oh yeah.
later for that.
Valentine's Day is the
Okay,
first thing coming around.
I'm gonna step out. I won't work in the month of May.
So you want
So I
to
won't
participate?
No, because I want to participate.
No, you can't. You part of here.
He says the prizes are going to be better.
I wonder if the staff at the National Lottery can
No,
participate. They
I don't
can't.
think they can. I don't think
okay.
so.
No, I don't.
Yeah, there will be a conflict of interest, I imagine.
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that
No.
people could see.
Let's say hanky panky,
Yeah, yeah.
inside there.
I remember there was a certain, let's leave out the business place, but there was a certain draw that had to take place. And this young girl put the number. She was wearing long sleeves and she put the number. Pretended she went in and used it. But she was caught after because, cameras pick up everything.
Hair?
Yeah, right here in St. Lucia. It happened moons ago.
Wow.
But it didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, it happened.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's it?
Wendy, I'll find out what whole wheat brand bread my mom uses and I'll let you know. But thank you all so much.
Yeah.
And Lufa Henry just sent some emojis. Thumbs up for you, Jay.
And my
All
fruit
right.
friend in
Who
Monrepo,
sent it?
when I come the next time, be sure I'll give you my number. Or I'll take hers or whatever. Yeah, we need to take that to another level. this fruit affair.
Oh,
It's just a fruit affair.
Okay,
It's just a
yeah.
fruit affair.
The exchange.
Okay.
Well, not exchange because he's not giving any. he's giving the hugs for the fruit.
I'll
Yes.
drink my water and mind my business.
That's right. That's right.
So that's it?
That's
Speaking
it.
of that, I think
All
I left
right.
my tea in the car, so I may have to go back
Okay.
into the car.
Okay, so
so
what
that's
can
it.
we expect on the show this morning, Keena?
Well, Lady J will be in my company, so we're going to do things a bit differently today. Not forgetting the REV-UP signature homegrown that starts and ends at 12:30
Oh, yeah.
today.
We're 10 minutes late.
We're a little bit 10 minutes late, yeah, behind time, but it's the new year. We're doing it just
Yeah.
a little bit differently. Getting you guys. Andre, you're going to love this because I know you love olive oil. But scientists are now saying a drizzle a day of a teaspoon of olive oil each day might help significantly lower the risk of dementia.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's
it's a
that.
miracle worker.
Yeah, so that's that. And how many bald-headed men we have in St. Lucia?
A lot now.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm just a step away.
I was just turning around to see.
Just a step away. Just a step away.
So in
What's
the
for this
UK, there's a new law a new court ruling that has declared that calling a man bald can legally count as a sexual harassment.
Wow. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think we do that. If you talk, you'll say, Andre, he has bald head. But I don't think we just look at you and say, bald, Andre.
No.
I don't think
no.
we do
But in that
so.
context, I think it had to do with an employer and employee, and that employee was actually really going in on that employer was really disrespecting that employee, and that employee took that matter to court and won. So
right.
pretty much there's a law against, and sometimes you really have to look at that as well. Sometimes people ignore certain things that are said to them, but one person decides, you know what, I'm going to take this up. And he did, and now
And let's-
everyone benefits from it.
And let's understand that sometimes you don't really want to be bald. It is what you're probably suffering from alopecia or something,
right.
and that's why you're bald, and that's for both man and woman. So I can relate to
Yeah.
that, to somebody saying how they feel and want to take it to court.
Yeah, and look at what happened with Jada Pinkett Smith, and
Oh, yes.
Right.
and
Yes.
it was Chris Rock.
Yes.
Chris
some
Rock,
time
for
ago.
sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, that had slapped pow
Yeah.
by Will.
Leave
you know.
my-
You know, somebody's suing him, huh?
Oh yeah,
Which
a
one?
violinist or
Chris
something.
I think former employee,
Who's suing who?
a
Chris
former
or-
employee of Will Smith's is suing
Oh,
him.
Will Smith?
He's a
Yeah.
management company, I believe.
Yeah,
but
for-
he will fall
of
under
course,
that
as
well.
anything else.
Yeah, as anything else. Even though he wasn't aware, still,
It's amazing, boy. You see how just one little act can destroy your reputation. That's what people remember about Will Smith. It's amazing.
yeah.
That incident. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Banned for how many years?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Has he
Right.
done a movie since? I doubt.
I think he
I
has.
think he has, and he has
Just
released a
one, but
song.
A song?
So
I
yeah,
know
he
his-
has. He
his-
has two songs
I know
out.
his
since
daughter,
that.
but I didn't know he
No, he
had.
has. He has a song with the Latin singer.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so sounds like you guys are gonna have fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
most
have
definitely.
loads of it. Yeah. So Keena and Janice are going to be with you until 3:00 this afternoon. Then we have, of course, Zen the DJ from 3 until 6. Okay, it's Monday, the 5th of January, 2026. Yep. So have yourself a great day, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for well, by the way, was DBS with us today? I'm just curious.
I did send a message to Linder.
No responses yet.
No, I haven't checked my phone.
So chances are maybe they didn't join us. Not too sure. Yeah.
She hasn't responded.
Oh,
So
okay,
most
all right.
likely they were.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just in case our folks are our friends at DBS, thank you very much for carrying our show. We certainly do appreciate that. So tomorrow morning we can listen again, same time, 10:00 for another hard drive. All right.
And somebody sent me a text message that says they dismissed church at about 11:50 p.m. and they went out to watch the fireworks, and then they went downstairs for bakes and cocoa tea.
So 11:50.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's
11:50.
Beacon of
That's a
Hope
little late.
So
Sanctuary.
they have 10 minutes to get to the lay-by. 10
think
minutes
they
to
went
get there.
outside the church to watch it or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think people love watching the fireworks.
Yeah, because it gets to the air and
yeah.
everybody can see it from far.
And I understand it's expensive. I think 5 minutes of that thing is over $10,000, something
More
like
than
that.
that. It's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess certain people can afford it. And this year I didn't see many like lights. Right, the Christmas tree lights. I didn't see many of those this year. Well, sorry, last year. Did you notice that?
Christmas
Like
tree lights,
you
like
pass
where?
in the communities and you see different homes
Homes?
homes with the Christmas lights and so on.
I don't know.
I didn't
know
see
in the
that
north
many.
There was a lot, so I don't know.
Up north.
In the north,
Yeah.
always has a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Reno always does his thing. Kudos to him.
Oh yes, we have to say kudos to
The
Reno.
wife.
Whoa.
Yeah, him, the wife.
Man.
Kudos
That
was
to them and
beautiful.
their
He
team.
took that thing to
yeah.
another
Still is
level.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I understand
I
he
hope
has
they
a
don't take it
restaurant
down.
and all right now there.
Oh, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
there's a
For
restaurant
that-
there
for the
selling
occasion,
food.
I'm not sure if it stays on, but for the occasion, they
it was-
have that.
That would be
So we'll
great,
have to
though. You
check
put
to
the
see.
lights up. You might as well, if you come there, if your family gets
Barbecue
something
this
to
and
eat
that.
and
Exactly.
so on. That's a
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell,
Yeah.
I think they sell hot dogs and things like that.
Yeah, the kids love
nice
it.
stuff.
Ice cream,
If I
everything.
put lights up for free, you got to pay me for food.
At least.
Just saying, at least.
At least I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, so we got to say so long. This has been Harddrive for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing. And the show brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor. Those of you on Facebook, etc., we have to say so long. Bye-bye.
Bye.
At Randallie's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support.
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.
REV-UP St. Lucia, your healthy alternative.